Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Nick. This is my mom, Jen.
Hi, guys.
And today we will be watching 300.
Oh, yeah. It's another one you wanted me to watch, too, for a while.
So this came out in 2006. It was directed by Zack Snyder.
Is it Mel Gibson? No. Who's in it?
Gerard Butler.
There you go. Gerard Butler. Okay.
Yep. Zack Snyder, who also did Man of Steel, did this one. He had done some projects before this, but this was the movie that really kind of put him on the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just very kind of well known. It's based on a comic book, I believe, by Frank Miller, and which in turn is based on the historical Battle of Thermopylae when the Persians invaded Greece. The 300 Spartans. You've probably heard at least some version of that tale, or just know the term, or whatever. So it's like very, Zack Snyder. Like, I love him with either with superhero films or with this. He's very good at with like stylized action and whatnot. And this is based on a comic book, and so it's got Gerard Butler, Lena Headey, who you may recognize, and then also one actor from Lord of the Rings. So we'll see if you can spot him out and whatever. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of heavy in the action. A lot of blood, a lot of muscles and whatnot. So
I would expect no less from you.
It's right up your alley.
There you go.
In other words.
Yeah. Okay.
You can tell I'm being facetious. But yeah, let's check it out.
When the boy was born, like old Spartans, he was inspected. If he'd been small or puny, or sickly or misshapen, he would have been discarded.
Look at that. Jesus. Just throw the babies.
Yeah. Spartans were big on eugenics.
At age 7, as is customary in Sparta, the boy was taken from his mother and plunged into a... By rod and lash, the boy was punished. Taught to show no pain, no mercy.
There's a famous story about a Spartan boy who catches a fox and hides it under his shirt, because if he gets caught with it, he'll get taken. Yeah. But he lets the fox starts to eat his flesh because he holds it there too long. But he holds it in place, showing their stoicism and their
teeth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. A king! Our king! Leonidas!
Recognize him?
Now, as then, a beast.
Yeah, don't say it.
Should I return? Think better of me, father.
Yeah. Faramir.
Yep. David Wenham, I think is his real name. He's Australian.
Oh, Jesus. With king's crowns on, eh?
Do not be coy or stupid, Persian. You can afford neither in Sparta.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women give birth to real men.
Pretty badass response.
Yeah, good for her.
All the god King Xerxes requires is this, a simple offering of earth and water.
The Athenians have already turned you down. And if those philosophers and boy lovers have found that kind of nerve, then...
There's the pot calling the kettle black.
Choose your next words carefully, Leonidas. They may be your last as king.
In the pit you go.
This is Sparta!
So good.
So they're coming in advance of the bigger army or whatever, and saying, okay, if you submit, they won't bother you, kind of thing. Is that what he was saying?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's become such a meme at this point.
And this is Sparta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually it'll be said people will say, "This is Microsoft," or just substituting whatever word for that. And just the idea of slowly kicking someone over a precipice.
Welcome, Leonidas. We have been expecting you.
Is this where the lepers live or something? Or?
We will consult the oracle.
Very ethereal, hey?
Yes. Yeah, it's also a bit of a reference because the most sacred like site in all of Greece was the oracle at an island called Delphi, and people would come from miles and miles and miles to get prophecies and tellings. And actually, scientific study has proven that there was like gases from like underground that were like hallucinogenic. So the oracle would just get high, spout whatever random shit, and people would take it as prophecy.
Of men. And souls as black as hell.
Honor the carnage!
Well, he could have just said anything.
A wise and holy man.
Yes.
What's he doing here?
You shall bathe in gold.
Okay. So they're joining the other side, basically.
Yeah, bribed by a foreign power. Never seen that before. Yeah, kind of like with like Gladiator, there's a lot of, say, like historical license at play, just for whatever, say, more dramatic and whatnot.
Of course, yeah.
Makes for a good story, though.
Is this all of them?
As you ordered. 300.
300. Okay.
We are with you, sire! For Sparta! For freedom! To the death!
We've seen him a little recently.
Yeah. Yeah, where?
He was in Prometheus.
Oh, right, yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
He is your son.
I have others to replace him. Astanos is as brave and ready as any.
The Spartan army must not go to war.
Nor shall it. I'm here, just taking a stroll. Stretching my legs. These, 300 men are my personal bodyguard.
Spartan! Come back with your shield. Or on it.
Yes, my lady.
Goodbye, my love. There's no room for softness. Not in Sparta. No place for weakness.
What the hell's that?
Proud
crap,
family.
look at all the six-packs.
Proud freedom.
Yes.
And you, Arcadian, what is your profession?
Sculptor, sir.
His guys are soldiers, right? Is that what the point he's making?
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah, the majority of Greek cities didn't have like a standing army. Whenever like war came, they would just say like recruit like able men and whatnot.
Right.
And Sparta was one of the exceptions.
Scouting party. But these footprints.
Ooh. It's the damn Celts, isn't it? Oh my god. They made a tree out of them?
They
put them on a
into
tree.
a tree.
Oh. That's something you never thought you'd see, eh? Ever?
Yep.
Into hell's mouth we march.
Well, that thing is wearing like a Spartan cape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like a red. Oh, no. Photography in this is quite something, eh?
Yes.
Really photography.
Well, the cinematography.
Yes, there you go.
And there actually was a storm. It actually destroyed a lot of the Persian fleet.
Huh.
My queen.
Meanwhile, back home. What sort of fuckery are we gonna...
I will do my best to gather our council.
I recognize that guy.
He was on Fringe. He was blowing up people with the crystal stuff.
Yeah.
And do you think your pathetic wall will do anything except fall like a heap of dry leaves in the face?
What does he see?
Well, the bodies.
Oh, I thought we knew that. Okay.
You will pay for your barbarism!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Disarmed.
Yeah.
Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we will fight in the shade.
Can we not run him through?
Just past that western ridge.
It's an old goat path. The Persians could use it to outflank us. I am Ephialtes. My mother's love led my parents to flee Sparta, lest I be discarded.
It's one hell of a prosthetic.
Yeah, really.
Raise your shield as high as you can.
You can't, eh?
Want to help in a Spartan victory?
Yes.
Clear the battlefield of the dead. Tend the wounded. Bring them water.
Can he be like a lookout or something, or like he's been kind of doing along the way?
Mother! Father!
Oh.
You were wrong!
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Leonidas! You are wrong!
Just make an enemy.
Earthquake.
No, Captain. Battle formations.
Oh. Holy crap.
It's like that Eddie Izzard sketch about the Trojan War. It's like, how many? All of them?
Yeah.
Spartans! Lay down your weapons!
Does he know anything about Spartans? Oh. Okay.
Come and get them!
They'd be like, we walked all day to get here. Can we have a night off and then start tomorrow? Oh, wow. Ran into like a wall. They've just got so many more.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. So they keep a solid unit and then have one or two spearing out at people, right?
Well, yeah, like all of them have spears. Like,
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
thick of your
yeah.
shield. You know,
Yeah. It's hard to see when it's so close and so fast.
yeah.
We say that in other movies. We're like, back up. I can't see what you're... Ooh.
So cool.
Wow. Good shields themselves, they are good weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna run away.
Well, let's give them something to drink! To the cliffs!
Or leave your butt. Okay.
Oh, that would suck.
Nowhere to go.
I'd charge him. Just stab me.
Yeah. That looks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Shields up.
Fight in the shade!
Oh, well, there you go. Pretty good arrows to go right into the steel.
No, this is in this time period. It's more like bronze.
Oh, okay.
Still like heavy,
Softer though.
solid.
Yeah,
but
okay.
No prisoners.
They're even keeping the squelches in for.
Yep.
I love the presence that she has about her, Leonidas, right?
Yeah.
She's very confident. Very.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can apply it like to being authoritative when she's a good character, and very like intimidating when she's like an evil character.
You will speak before the council in 2 days' time. Theron wants what you control.
Theron, is that other guy?
The counselor
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, he's a counselor.
Yeah.
The one that's double crossing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But they have no clue that he's.
It's not.
They haven't
widely,
seen it yet, I guess. Or...
Yeah, not widely known.
Mm.
There's no reason we can't be civil. Is there?
Stab.
Yeah, you just go around.
Come, Leonidas.
Doesn't seem like that's his real voice, is it?
Well, they've like enhanced
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And the way they've shot it, he looks like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Now you are defiant in the face of annihilation and the presence of a god.
Yeah, they lowered the base on him all the way.
Yeah.
Slaughtering all those men of yours has left a nasty crack in my leg, so kneeling will be hard for me.
Every Greek historian and every scribe shall have their eyes put out and their tongues cut from their mouths. Why, uttering the very name of Sparta or Leonidas will be...
Oh, he's a little hot and bothered, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The world will never know you existed at all.
The world will know that free men stood against a tyrant, that even a god king can bleed. We're in for one wild night.
Yeah, so. It's just so striking that they only have the, whatever you want to call it on.
Like the thongs or speedos or whatever. Yeah, actual Spartan troops had, you know, actual armor.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Very stylistic and whatnot.
Soulless.
Yeah, I told you, they're bringing the Celts in.
And suddenly, samurai.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The deadliest fighting force in all of Asia. The Immortals.
They got to get over top of that, don't they? I guess they could go around in the water or something.
Push!
Oh. There you go.
They were called Immortals because they had a standing force of 10,000 men, and anytime they had losses, they immediately replaced them. So they always had 10,000 men. They were like the elite, like royal army of Persia.
Did they get defeated somewhere along the way, or?
I mean, they had defeats and whatnot, but they were always replaced. That was like the key to the name.
Ah. What the hell is this? Part troll, part... It's one of his own guys.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Get up, man, get up. Oh no. Ooh. Oops.
That's like when Aragorn fought Lurtz at the end of Fellowship.
Yeah, yeah.
The Uruk-hai.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, right in the eye.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
It doesn't die, though? There you go. Okay. I did it. Oh, that cape, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
And a man who fancies himself a god feels a very human chill crawl up his spine.
There's nothing that can stop us now!
Even
keep perspective now.
Yeah.
Oh.
There comes the battle rhino.
Yeah. Why are they all walking in front of him, though? Jeez. Oh. Need more than that, probably, hey? Ooh, that took him down. Just took a minute to happen, I guess. I mean, if these aren't the manliest of men, hey?
Yes. Might just be a contender with Predator for the manliest movie ever made.
Yeah, right.
With just the sheer testosterone on display.
Yeah. Ooh. Ugh. The hell is that?
That's a guy with swords for hands.
Yeah.
King Xerxes is displeased with his generals. He disciplines them.
Discipline. Okay.
I'm sure he learned his lesson.
Yeah, right. He won't ever do that again. How many Spartans have we lost so far? Oh, jeez. Literal bloodbath, eh? Oh, God.
Yep, it's like when you're the higher level and you go back to the starting area in a video game.
Yeah.
Just massacre everything in there.
Astanos! My son!
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, damn. Oh. He had to stand and watch that.
He was doing so well.
Oh, he was. Man.
And upon seeing the headless body of his own young son, the captain breaks rank. He goes wild.
Oh, this thing's gonna. Oh no. Is that. What's his name?
Ephialtes.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna betray them, isn't he?
So many piercings.
Is this a den of iniquity?
Pleasure your fellow Greeks and your false gods have denied you, I will grant you.
Be hard to resist.
Yeah, when your own people reject you.
Yeah.
Lead my soldiers to the hidden path that enters behind the cursed Spartans, and your joys will be endless.
I want a uniform.
A uniform. What?
I'm told it's been arranged for you to go before the council.
I need your help in winning votes to send the army north to our king.
Yeah, you gotta play some politics and.
Yeah.
What do you have to offer? In return for my word that I'll help you. This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this. I'm not your king.
I trust that scratch hasn't made you useless.
Hardly, my lord. It's just an eye.
Is but a scratch.
You could have graced me with a spare.
And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight and die. And all will know that 300 Spartans gave their last breath to defend it.
He's got such presence in all these scenes.
Yeah.
To know that my son gave up his life for his country, that he was all that was best in me.
All that you never got to say.
Yeah.
But sire, I am fit. I'm ready for battle.
That you are one of the finest. You will deliver my final orders to the council. Tell them my story. Make every Greek know what happened here.
Sire, any message?
For the queen.
The necklace?
A handful stay. Only one looks back.
Ready your breakfast and eat hearty. But tonight, we dine in hell!
I've definitely used that before.
We spice our. What is it? We spice our
mead with goblin blood.
Councilmen, I stand before you not only as your queen. I come to you as a mother. But most importantly, send our army for hope. Hope that a king and his men have not been wasted to the pages of history.
Moving. Eloquent.
Well, I don't know why she thought he'd do any different if he was willing to do that to her.
Just hours ago, you offered yourself to me. Were I a weaker man, I would have her scent on me still.
What a piece of shit, eh?
Yeah.
Remove her from this chamber before she infects us further with her inglorious and shabby self.
Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.
This will not be over quickly.
There you go. There you go.
I will not enjoy this.
Yeah.
I am not your queen.
Oh, got too many. Oh, doesn't that show? Okay.
Drop the mic.
Yes. Well, that was good.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. What's he wearing?
His uniform.
Magician's hat? Uniform.
Leonidas,
Your victory will be complete if you but lay down your arms and kneel to holy Xerxes.
That'll be a no for me.
Or how did Randy put it?
No for me, dog. Yeah.
His helmet is stifling. His shield is heavy.
You there, Ephialtes. May he live forever.
Leonidas, your spear!
I'm going to throw it up there. Do it.
Do it.
Oh. Oh, he kneeled. Why is he kneeling?
Well, the odds are pretty great.
Yeah. Remember he said no retreat, no surrender. Oh.
His helmet was stifling. It narrowed his vision. He must see far.
Throw it.
His shield was heavy.
Like they know they're going to die, but they might as well take what they can with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Just ripped off a couple piercings.
Yeah.
Gave him a scar. Oh. Oh, man. It's like Boromir.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
That's right.
His roar is long and loud.
Throw that one and see if you can get him in the middle this time.
Well.
What, they're gonna... The gods don't bleed, usually? Is that...
It's an honor to die at your side. It's an honor to have lived at yours. My queen!
Oh.
My wife. My love.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the music is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Remember us.
Remember the Spartans. I've heard that line.
Remember why we died. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place, go tell the Spartans passerby.
What a visual, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Long I pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise.
Here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes' hordes face obliteration!
We're gonna fight Xerxes again?
Well, he lived.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yet they stare now across the plain at 10,000 Spartans commanding 30,000 free Greeks.
Holy cow.
Guys in the back. What did he say?
Yeah.
Give thanks, man! To Leonidas and the brave 300!
And they had victory, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Yep. They did so.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Yes.
It was so different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The slow and the gold and the...
And even like here, you could see it very, I mean, obviously it's stylized credits, but just like that
From a
overall
graphic
style,
novel.
like the, you know, it's like a comic book come to life, and just with all the flourishes and whatnot.
So much blood.
Yes. So much.
Yeah.
So
That
yeah,
was very good.
That was
Very
300.
good.
Yeah, like I say, this is the one that kind of made Zack Snyder such like it was one of his sort of big successes and whatnot, and it was a big one for Gerard Butler and Lena Headey. I mean, their careers kind of took off from here.
Yeah, for sure.
And then David Wenham, good old Faramir himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's it's a very good story, but there's many say like. As with the graphic novel, there's like historical liberties taken. For one thing, the Spartan soldiers had actual armor when they fought. They didn't just have speedos. Because that's one thing that the biggest thing overall that set the Greeks apart from the Persians is the Greeks, like they had like heavy infantry. They were covered not head to toe, but like most of their body was covered by heavy armor, shields, spears. Persian soldiers by and large had like wicker shields and like leather, other kinds of light armor and spears, and they had say numbers and whatnot. So like. 300 Spartans or like, a small force of Spartans had a significant advantage over numerically superior force. Yeah. And there were 300 Spartans at Thermopylae, along with about 7,000 other Greek soldiers. And when the battle started to turn against them, with like the goat path with the Ephialtes and then just with the prospect of more troops, Leonidas sent most of them away. So Spartans and a few others stayed behind to buy time for the others.
Yeah, right.
And in fact, Sparta actually had like a 2-king system specifically for this type of scenario. One king would march off to war, the other would stay back home.
Because I was going to say they left the queen and she doesn't seem to have any power. They just seem to turn their nose up at her. And
Spartan women, relatively speaking, had more personal freedoms than most Greek women, but they were still, say, like, there's a
women,
there's still the dynamic at play. But it was, and also he was like, say, 60 or something when he died. But then, and actually, it's funny just because, like, the Persians, were not orcs; they were just regular people. Yeah. And actually, I think I remember reading that this film was banned in Iran for how it portrays like the Persian people, which I can understand, whatnot. But because actually, the Persian Empire was one of the earliest, like, greatest sort of like empires in world history. Partly because when it was founded, there was a shocking degree of like religious autonomy. When you became part of the Persian Empire, you were told you can worship your gods, rule yourselves as you want. We won't interfere. Just pay us taxes. So that was very agreeable to a lot of people.
Yeah, right. Of course.
And then, so that's sort of like a nice counterpoint because as we saw here with the Spartans, especially, they like brutalize their children and turn them into soldiers and have them kill and whatnot. And there's all this sort of stuff. And also part of the reason Spartan soldiers were like always soldiers is because 90% of the population of Sparta were called helots, or in other words, slaves. That did all the menial labor and all the stuff that the soldiers didn't want to because they were off doing the cool stuff.
Right, yeah.
So they had to constantly be training and constantly be on guard because they faced a slave revolt at any given day.
Yeah, right, true, yeah.
So it's an interesting kind of counterpoint, because like here, the Persians are portrayed as having slaves and whatnot and free men and such as like the historical thing at play. And then also, to the Greeks, like everyone who wasn't Greek was a barbarian, just because to them, everyone else spoke, bar, 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 just gibberish. When the Greeks were like refined, they were cultural. And, like there was kind of a misconception that the Persians sort of had like they viewed their king as a god and all that stuff. Because there was a tradition called proskinesis where you knelt before someone who was like a social kind of superior. And to the king, you would even say like prostrate yourself or even kiss the ground at his feet. But it was a mark of respect.
Yeah.
You're honoring the person you're doing this to, but to the Greeks, it's like, oh, you're kneeling, you're like a slave, you're lesser or whatever, kind of cultural dynamics and whatnot. But then, Ephialtes, gone down in history as one of the great betrayers, and that's why he said
Judas. Yeah,
that's why he said, may you live forever. Because
I see what you. For a second, I thought he was being a bit benevolent, sort of, and then he closed his eyes because he was shameful.
He definitely was ashamed. Yeah,
but you'll live forever in infamy of being a traitor.
Also, because to a Spartan, the most glorious thing you can have is an honorable death. So if you live forever, what's the point?
Okay,
gotcha. So it's a little bit more of that.
More in there. Okay.
Similar to the Vikings, like they sought like honor and glory in the battlefield. So like to be denied those things was,
it was huge. Yeah.
So they were very brutal people. I mean, they did murder babies who were like deformed and whatnot, and they portrayed themselves as like the ultimate badasses. And to a degree, they were effective soldiers, but they weren't say like as effective as their reputation would suggest, say like other Greek cities and whatnot. And it was like, because at one point Leonidas says, those Athenians, those boy lovers, Greeks are very famous for they're not tolerant, but much more like prevalent in like homosexuality, whatever. By tradition, when a Spartan became a soldier, they were encouraged to enter into like a romantic and sexual relationship with a much older man who would be like their mentor and their guide.
Right.
So that like I think like even the term like pederasty originated as like that was the term. You know. Yeah. So like it you know, it's just like here it's kind of like ironic. It's like, oh, those boy lovers, but like, you know, they did the same thing.
Yeah, right.
And whatnot. But no, it's, you know, one of the greatest events in human history, you know, like such a small force of men holding off. You know, a million is like a bit of a exaggeration just because of what, but like just like the idea of like a small group of men holding off a vastly superior force.
Yeah.
And in the end, it sort
of
how
long they did, right? Yeah.
In the end, it bought time for the other Greek cities to come to marshal. So like Plataea, like you said, was an important battle, and also there was a naval battle at Salamis where kind of both of those crushed defeated the Persian invasion force. And not to say that the Persian Empire was like defeated and ruined. It was just like it was just too kind of cost like prohibitive.
Yeah,
because Greece was say like this big, Persia was like this big. You know, they had other concerns. Like to them, Greece was like the ass end of the world.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and whatnot. And actually, there's an argument to be made that the Greeks many decades ago started kind of the war because, like, you know, like they said, Darius, Xerxes' father, died at the Battle of Marathon, and we get the name of Marathon of a race,
right?
Because after the battle, a messenger ran hundreds of miles from like there to the nearest city and said, you know, we won, we have victory, and dropped dead. That's how we get like the marathon as a race for however long it is.
Yeah.
But like Xerxes, when he invaded, was avenging the death of his father. So that's another sort of thing where it's like, you know, from a certain point of view, he could be in the right.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, it makes for a really entertaining story.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
you know, it's
for sure.
It is, you know, an instance of the heroes losing, but it's you know, a lot of, you know.
But they're to a
kind
further
of like
end.
Yeah, the greater good. Yeah. But no, great music, you know.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of great performances and whatnot. Like, so just like, this is just so unique, even among action movies.
Yeah,
like you said, for just how
it is. It's yeah. How you describe that part of it, right? The slow-mo and the gold and the yeah.
I mean, the best words I can think of is just like a comic book come to life.
True. There you go.
With just,
okay.
With,
true.
Any random shot of even like the blood spreading was very stylized and almost like not cartoony, but like artistically sort of like done, where it's with the spray and. Any random shot, like, you know, Leonidas with a shield while the rain sort of, you know, pelts him, or when they come charging, there's like guys throwing like bombs and there's an elephant and everything's just larger than life.
Yeah, true.
You know, so the cinematography is really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you finally watched 300.
Yeah.
You can say that you watched it and never watch it again.
And it's kind of nice having this guy here to give all the real details and the real history of stuff.
Context and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've said before, you know, like classical history is my jam. I could talk about this shit for hours. I gotta use my degree somehow.
Yeah.
But no, it's just to give like context to it and whatnot. And, you know, like, let nothing get in the way of a good story. This is a perfect example.
That's right.
You know, details are inaccurate, you know, and all over the place, but it makes for a fun story, a fun movie.
Yeah.
No, and yeah, whatnot. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining us for 300. One of my personal favorite Zack Snyder films. So if you want to watch the full length of our reaction, I'll put a link down to our Patreon below. Check out all the other movies and shows that we do. A lot of great stuff there. A lot of good stuff to come.
There too. Yes.
Yep. Stay tuned. A lot of good stuff on the way. And yeah, that's all we have for you today. So we will see you later.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye.
Bye.